Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the Arkansas Razorbacks and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Well, guys, the Arkansas head coach told me before the game, bringing his team in on the road against a very good team, ranked in the top 25. They have everything it takes to compete. This is a big matchup that fans are excited to see, but he said we have to execute early and eliminate mistakes at the line of scrimmage. Back to you guys.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Razorbacks headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. All wideouts, no backs. Keelan Russell. Rushes on him. It's complete to the right. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive.
Snags it and he's open. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And that's a really good throw by this QB, man. Seeing the crossing routes, putting it on his chest so he can keep running across the field, get those yards after the catch. Nice job being on the same page with QB and receiver.
And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Using his legs, it's Hill. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
They'll move the wide receiver. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on. Bottling him up, that's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges.
Finding some room. Oh, he got loose. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them, and you saw one right there that time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page early.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Razorbacks offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And A.J. Hill will be running the show. Freshman prospect from the state of Georgia. They'll have to deal with one of the top cover corners in the country in Xavier Brown. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions.
And I am so curious to watch this matchup, because talking to these two teams beforehand, one feels really, really good about where they stand on the defensive side of the football. And one feels like the other side is very green and lacks experience. And Jesse, This is going to be one of those things where I'm a quarterback where I can't make those mistakes. And how much do you want to try that baller on the other side of quarterback?
Yeah, I think that's the big question, right? Because his offensive coordinator doesn't want to handcuff his young quarterback, but he also kind of want to protect him from himself. And this guy's a gunslinger, and he's aggressive. And he told us in meetings this week, I'm not afraid of him. Well, you need to be, because that's one of the best corners in the NFL.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. After 45 on his way. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
They'll move the tight end. From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Quickly out to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Dead center perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. They've spotted them a 10-0 start now to see if they can answer on this drive. The sure hands, it's Brown. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And the Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Going to the ground is what the Razorbacks love to do to move those chains with guys like Peyton Hillis and Darren McFadden.
Yeah, and you think of just Felix Jones along with the same era. Just guys that toted the rock with some physicality. Just tough guys that make you bring your lunch. When you want to come tackle them, you better bring it.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Hill. Here's the pressure. They've got him great pressure on this defense.
Offensively, I love balance. I love when I get some big gains on the ground. Now taking shots down the field, but I gotta protect my QB. They did not keep him upright. He had a chance to make a play, especially after the big run play the play before. The defense was playing the run. QB couldn't get it done.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Got his man on the right. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. The Razorbacks have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on first down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The run inside. It's Russell.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Unloads it left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force real problems.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught, and he's got room. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And after that last completion left them with just a yard or so to go for a first down, how will they attack on second and short? Strong, firm tackle.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Powers through the defender. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the first quarter. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the delay, it's Russell. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Pocket breaking down. Makes the catch. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Shakes off the defender. Still on his feet at the 45. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Razorbacks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the air, it's Hill. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And here's the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. After the 9-yard completion, a wide-open playbook on 2nd and short. Some misdirection with the counter. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Fires complete on the crosser. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Touchdown time! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And how about the big tight end doing the work for the quarterback, man? Nice, short, safe throw. And how about the speed, the athletic ability? You've seen the evolution of the tight end in the history of football, and this is exactly why. They went from being a big target to now a guy that can make plays after the catch and make big home run plays like he did right there.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw. It's Hill. Shoots it to the left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's got it.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They stop him right there. A pickup of 10, enough for the 1st down, and we've also taken it to the 2-minute timeout. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Brown. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And the Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Fires to the tight end. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Razorbacks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Razorbacks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Finds the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And I think this is starting to get really frustrating for this defense, man. This is a drive that they're putting play after play together. And you finally force the 3rd down, and they get the 1st down again. And so starting to sub some bodies because they're getting a little bit tired. They've got to find a way to get a 3rd down stop.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. To the air, it's Hill. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas!
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
And he tacks on the extra point. The returner will field it and try to do some business. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Russell. Here's a heat. Out of the backfield, he's open.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's get things popping this week with Kentucky taking on the number 7 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's Kentucky looking to make it 3 straight to start the new year. They're already on top in the first half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. And now over to your game at Bryant-Denny Stadium. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. And Holly's down working the sidelines. What's the latest on his status?
Well, guys, the Hogs head coach told me coming out of the locker room at the half, their running back has been terrific, playing well so far in this game, but he is taking a lot of hits. He's had to absorb a lot of contact, running yards after contact, but they're going to keep their eye on him and see if he can power through all the hits, bumps, and bruises he's taken here in the first half. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. Might have a chance. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the keeper.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. Under fire. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that 1st down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. He's barely going to make it back to the line of scrimmage, and he'll be stopped short on 4th down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing Russell. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Alabama hit him with a big pass play. Will they keep slinging it? Caught in the backfield, it's Rogers. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Makes the catch. It's Edwards. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. They'll keep it on. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal. Sixth play of the drive coming up. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal in 10. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Escapes the pressure to his right. He's going to take off. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it first and 10 at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Bringing the heat. And down he goes.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Makes the grab. It's Brown. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Good timing on the quick out. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. He'll grind out a few tough yards, and that'll probably be the final play of this period. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. So first down will open up the final period. Looking to throw, it's Hill. Deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third Moving out to the right. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And that is no good. The missed field goal still leaves us with a double-digit deficit. Still a 10-point game. Here comes the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Turning it on. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Keelan Russell. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Plows through the defense. And they're able to get him on the ground.
Hey, I like this by the offense. Nice job of not forcing it, having to throw the football. Now you make it 3rd and manageable and put your offense in a better position to succeed. That's a nice 2nd down play.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it slips just inside that right upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He stopped at the 27-yard line. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. Back to pass, it's Hill. Fires to the right. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I love defenses that can mix it up between man and zone. And I love the vision right here by the quarterback. Seeing the quarterback the whole way. Breaking on the football when that hand separates from the other hand. Nice job getting the deflection. Nice vision by that quarterback.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Stepping to the right. Going to try to get it himself. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Great place to start for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
You had to wonder about this guy's confidence coming into this one. He put it on the ground in their last game. They lost. He had to hear about it all week long in the media, and now he's just put it on the ground again.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Down 2 scores in the 4th. The defense did its job to get the ball back, and now the offense has to make it pay off. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Now, this slant route you throw quick. It's a timing route. You've thrown 3 million of them to the wide receiver, and most of the time he gets his hands up and he catches it, keeps his body in the way, but right there just...
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Ripping through the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. This This offense has it with really good field position. Handoff from the gun. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Russell. Fires on the move. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. Running inside. It's Rogers. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I just never saw this team falling into a 3-game losing streak. They are wounded, reeling, and they've had their confidence shaken.
It's been ugly. There's no other way to spin it. This is very ungood, not good. Got to find some way to get this turned around. Got to make more plays. This is something that's frustrating, but let's not let it define your dynasty, right? Fix it, get it back together, try to pull some wins, try to figure this thing out.
It's frustrating too, David, because this is a team that has a lot of talent. I think part of the problem these last couple